One of my pastoral concerns for the contemporary church, more than anything that is needed today, is to understand the integration of Christian worldview with practical discipleship. The number one issue today in Christian discipleship is a theological reflection on the will of God. The will of God is the key to everything. Yet very often the will of God is neglected. We are spiritually complacent or ignorant as to the key to understanding the will of God in our lives. There are many prophetic words that are floating around as the will of God, and we need to critically re-examine what it means to understand and to walk in the will of God. IDMC Conference 2012 is about knowing the will of God, the vital roadmap for Christian discipleship today. You see, God doesn't play games with His will. If God doesn't play games with us concerning His will, how then are we to understand and to do the will of God in our lives? I have learned that the will of God is totally sovereign, gloriously redemptive, sometimes puzzling, but always perfect. What does that mean? IDMC 2012 unpacks that for us. It helps us to understand that the will of God is not just an enigma, not just a puzzle. It is the vital key for discipleship today. It is rooted in the Word of God. It is rooted in the redemptive purpose of God for mankind. I want to look into issues like the will of God in suffering, the will of God and redemption and missions, the will of God in discipleship today. And I pray that as we come to explore this critical theme on discipleship, knowing the will of God, the vital roadmap for discipleship today, you will book early, you will join us for a glorious time to think theologically and understand practically how do we grasp the will of God and engage it in our lives for dynamic discipleship and Christian living. Come join us, IDMC Conference 2012. God bless you, and may we walk under His grace by the wonderful joy of walking in the will of God. See you then.